No adjustment period. No awkward transition. It's been seamless. Why is James Harden blended into the Cleveland Cavaliers so quickly? Maybe because behind him stands a head coach who understands him, believes in him, and knows how to empower him. Since Harden arrived in Cleveland, the Cavs have ripped off 5 straight wins without a loss. In nearly every post-game press conference, Kenny Atkinson can't help but praise him, his offense, his defense, his professionalism, the little details that don't show up in the box score.
James was elite. I'll just give a shout out to his defense. I think he had a 98 defensive rating when he was on the court. Really smart. I just love his contests. Like he's so long, and when he contests shots like that, man, we get that kind of effort. Be tough to beat us.
If you know Atkinson's story, you understand why. He's a coach who's walked the long road. His coaching career began in Europe before he returned stateside to serve as Director of Player Development for the Houston Rockets in 2007 to 2008. In the summer of 2008, he joined the New York Knicks as an assistant under Mike D'Antoni. That's where he met Jeremy Lin, at the time, a fringe roster player who could have been cut at any moment. Atkinson himself had once gone undrafted. He understood the insecurity, the uphill climb. He would arrive at the gym at 6 a.m., 3 hours before Lin, breaking down film and designing personalized workouts. That respect and belief became part of the foundation for Linsanity in New York. Lin later called Atkinson a lifelong confidant. In 2013, Atkinson moved to Atlanta, continuing his development under Mike Budenholzer. He witnessed firsthand the Hawks' 60-win season built on unselfish, team-oriented basketball. After years of assistant experience, he returned home in 2016 to take over a Brooklyn Nets franchise at rock bottom. The Nets were stripped of draft picks, depleted of talent, widely viewed as a cautionary tale. Atkinson didn't flinch. He poured his developmental philosophy into the organization. Year 1, 20-62. Year 2, modest improvement. He helped D'Angelo Russell blossom into an all-star and built a free-flowing, egalitarian offense around overlooked role players. By 2018-19, the Nets went 42-40 and returned to the playoffs. Atkinson's reputation soared. But the NBA moves fast. When Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving arrived, expectations shifted overnight. In 2019-20, with Durant rehabbing and Irving sidelined, front office concerns grew about alignment between stars and coach. With 20 games left in the regular season, Atkinson was out. After Brooklyn, he didn't retreat. He recalibrated. In 2021, he joined Steve Kerr's Golden State Warriors staff. Over 3 seasons, he studied how Kerr communicated with championship stars like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, how to manage egos, pressure, and adversity. By 2024-25, Atkinson had landed in Cleveland. He led the Cavaliers to a 15-0 start, one of the best debuts by a head coach with a new team in NBA history. They finished 64-18, best record in the league, first in the East. The offense flowed. The defense held firm. The culture was collective. He was the runaway choice for Coach of the Year. Then, ahead of the 2026 trade deadline, Cleveland acquired Harden. This time, Atkinson didn't force Harden into a rigid system. He leaned in and listened. Immediately after the deal, he placed a 40-minute call to D'Antoni, Harden's former coach in Houston, to revisit the offensive blueprint from those Rockets years. In practice, he openly told his players that certain concepts were drawn directly from that era. He handed Harden significant autonomy, allowing him to orchestrate like a chess master, directing spacing and pick-and-roll reads in real time. He encouraged Harden to speak up in film sessions. When Harden pointed out a defensive lapse even the coaching staff had missed, Atkinson smiled and told the team, sometimes it hits different coming from him. That humility mattered. It quickly earned Harden's respect and trust. On the court, Atkinson manages his minutes and eases the burden. Off the court, he showers him with affirmation. Atkinson put it simply, Harden was the final piece. The piece that turns a very good team into a legitimate championship contender.